My cheeks are still pretty swollen, so you might have to take leadership on this one.
No, you're gonna do more work than ever. I'm not even gonna talk.
Oh,
I'm just gonna. I'll be like a hype man. I'll be like Flavor Flav. I'll be like, yeah, you know it.
Oh yeah. Getting your wisdom teeth out is pretty cool.
I did it years ago and it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice not to have to go to. I guess I was really young, right? Not to go to school. I think I was going to still in college. So it was nice not to go to school for a few days.
I didn't
be high on Vicodin
for like a week. That was all right. Or I haven't been to work. But that's because the first half of the week was one of my wisdom teeth was growing in sideways and pushed on one of my other teeth and was infected and it hurt really bad. So I haven't been able to eat anything for like over a week at this point. Well, I mean, I eat like pudding and stuff.
I was going to say, I came this morning eating pudding.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I also was able to get a lot of time in napping through some Netflix original content. I tried to watch...
what was your favorite thing to nap through?
The Haunting of Hill House.
I don't know.
So, real late to the party on this one. I think it came out around Halloween is when it was getting hyped up and stuff. It fucking sucks. Like, I hate TV shows. Because it's like a horror show, right? Or it's attempts to be a horror show, but it just has all the standard TV show tropes where it's family dynamics and relationships and here's B plot, C plot, blah blah blah, and then none of the ghosts actually end up being like actually ghosts
interesting or funny or good.
It's just
I haven't seen it or even really know what it's about.
I wouldn't watch it. I also was like, maybe I'll just nap my way through the Marvel Cinematic Universe to get ready for Endgame, and I just fell asleep watching a few Marvel movies.
The kids have been watching Marvel movies pretty consistently since Endgame's coming out.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't really sit down and watch with them unless I have time, but I'll catch snippets here and there.
Yeah.
I do think they do a better job of building up the Iron Man Pepper Potts relationship than you give them credit for. Now that I've been forced to watch several Iron Man adventure movies.
I guess that could be the case. My big thing with the Marvel movies is that you do have to invest a lot of time to like keep up with.
Yeah, I mean that part is absolutely true.
I don't care. Like I don't. Like I said, I don't like TV shows for the same reason where you're like on a treadmill.
Yeah, I get that.
Like doesn't ever actually really build to anything. I don't fucking want to watch Marvel movies because it feels like a TV series.
I can understand that.
And then they have like the big payoff episode, which is the Avengers movies. Similar to Game of Thrones, right? The last couple episodes of every season of Game of Thrones is the only time anything happens.
Well, the new season starts tonight. It's going to be all payoff, right?
Supposedly this season is just like
all payoff.
Balls to the wall. They're going to have the biggest battle ever filmed, and their budget's crazy big.
That's cool. I don't pay attention to that. I don't read that shit, so I don't really know what their budget looks like.
I don't know. This is what everyone talks about on the internet. It's like, oh, it's going to be great. They have so much money this year. It's like, oh, cool. Can they stop shooting it like a TV show? Do they spend any money on lights or what?
This is going to be a real timely reference, even though it happened last weekend, and this podcast won't come out for like 2 weeks. But I want to talk WrestleMania 35 for about 2 seconds.
Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, I don't know. I only watched the main event, as you know, and I just really want to complain about Michael Cole for about 5 minutes. Okay. What the fuck is wrong with Michael Cole? Why is he so bad after 20 years of doing this shit?
Do you think he's like Tony Schiavone, who didn't actually want anything to do with wrestling? Like Tony Schiavone was a baseball guy
and just kind of fell into it.
They were like, Ted Turner's like, don't worry, we'll get you on baseball eventually. He just got stuck with WWE. Maybe that's what happened to Michael Cole.
Honestly, Tony Schiavone, I said this to you when we were watching it, but I would take Tony Schiavone and Larry Zbyszko over Michael Cole any day of the fucking week.
Yeah, he's not any good. They should just have Booker T do it.
It's so weird to me that we watched WrestleMania 3, and like I grew up watching, WWF, and like to go from Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon and the Body to fucking Michael Cole, or even like who's the British dude, Michael Hayes,
Lord Steven Regal.
Not that.
I don't remember, yeah.
And Vince McMahon used to do commentary. He wasn't
Macho Man.
Macho Man wasn't my favorite. Oh, I remember Macho Man during the 90s.
Or even just like JR and the King back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't like the King that much.
Puppies!
Yeah, I mean, like
such a trash.
The King is like a shitty Jimmy Hart on commentary.
He's such a trash human.
But I just can't stand Michael Cole's commentary. Like the biggest moment to me is like when Charlotte Flair went through the table and he like, oh, she went right through the table before she'd even gone through the table because he knew the spot, but he didn't wait for it. He just fucking jumped the gun. He does this shit all the time.
Also, like when she went through the table, it wasn't that impressive.
Yeah, you shouldn't have sounded that excited. Like, fucking
A,
man.
A little bit. They botched the ending a little bit too.
Yeah.
But what can you do? It's wrestling. I mean, it's hard shit to do.
I mean, that botch part of them. I'm talking about Michael Cole botching his commentary and just being awful at his job.
He's a joke. He's not. I don't know why he still does it. Because you can tell he's just like, whatever. Where's my paycheck? But to get back to the podcast, this is Space Ghost.
We already introduced ourselves to that.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Sean.
This is Space Ghost Force now. Because we're going to turn this podcast into a ghost hunting show. Because I was inspired by Haunting of Hill House. We're going to find ghosts and interview them on the podcast.
I thought it was going to be about Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Ah, shit, copyright infringement, huh? Yeah, I want to find ghosts and interview them.
If you're a ghost, please reach out to us.
Yeah, if you have email, there's got to be, like, ghosts that have email at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure some ghosts are on
yeah. People use the ghost box thing, you know, where it like switches between radio channels like every 1/5 of a second.
Oh,
and try to pick up EVPs. That shit's dope. We'll just use that
to interview ghosts.
Yeah, interview ghosts. It'll be so annoying to listen to.
Oh, you know, we should even better. We can just do a Ouija board and interview ghosts that way.
Oh, I got a new Misfits shirt that has a Ouija board on it. It's pretty cool. I haven't worn it to work yet. I'm sure someone's gonna say something because there's a lot of people at my work that are concerned about
Ouija boards
stuff. Yeah. But yeah, Misfits rule. They're actually they've already reunited the original lineup a couple times, but they're gonna play in LA this summer. You can see Glenn Danzig, Jerry Only, Doyle, Wolfgang von Frankenstein. Doyle's dope. I changed my diet. Well, because of my blood pressure too, I couldn't be super big anymore. So now I'm trying to get cut up like Doyle. He's the best body in rock and roll. Everyone Google it. Just go take a look at Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein. He's just fucking nuts. He's obviously like still taking steroids, probably because he's like 53.
He's just on that TRT HGH train.
Maybe he's a vegan, so he's got to be doing something, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it'd be hard to be that buff if you're vegan. Maybe not.
Nah, I mean, you eat the right kinds of like beans and protein. You just gotta get that whole protein.
Also, just watch some interviews with him because he's got like pretty weird social anxiety. So like he'll just say weird shit, and it's crazy because he's super big and intimidating. He got spooky makeup on, and he's like a New Jersey like tough guy. But then he's just like all awkward and shit. I love Doyle. He's funny.
I feel like you just described me.
But yeah, so what we actually are going to do is talk about movies, because this is a unique podcast experience.
You've said this you've made this joke like 20 times now.
Yeah, this is like our tagline now.
Unique
Space Force, unique podcast.
Two white guys talk about movies.
Talking about movies. Specifically, we talk about 80s movies, but obviously I complain about the MCU a lot, so that makes us similar to most podcasts.
I don't know that they're complaining about MCU so much.
Yeah, usually it's like, well, are you excited for Avengers Endgame? No, that title sucks.
It is
kind of like Skywalker Rises, or what's the new Star Wars called?
Is that what it's called, Skywalker? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's got the stupidest title.
I don't. Yeah. Again, you can see how much I pay attention to this shit.
Yeah,
I did not realize they had named this new Skywalker. The new.
Oh, you didn't see the new teaser for it?
Yeah. No, I haven't.
It's got Emperor Palpatine laughing at the end for some reason.
They're gonna bring back old Sheev Palpatine.
I guess I don't understand Star Wars anymore. They did say they're gonna take a break from Star Wars after this.
I did see that,
so that's probably a good choice. Disney, Marvel, you guys should take a break too, but you're not.
Yeah, Marvel probably should take a break after Avengers Forever, which would have been a way better title.
Yeah, I'm sure they have plans or something.
They were also saying, saw this, that they're not going to have any of the Fox X-Men or like Fantastic Four characters in it for a few years because they haven't plans for it, which I think is a fucking lie and there's a swerve incoming for Avengers. But we'll see.
Fucking Hugh Jackman's going to show up at the end. One of the 4 or 5 different credit scenes they have.
Yeah, that's true, right? They're going to have 21 different ones.
Speaking of which, I think next week we should watch the first Marvel cinematic film.
The Punisher?
No, Howard the Duck.
I was going to actually suggest we watch The Punisher next week, but if you want to watch Howard the Duck, I'll watch Howard the Duck.
We can start with The Punisher. Let's go on a little Marvel tangent for a while.
Since Marvel's coming out.
Yeah, and then Howard the Duck, directed by George Lucas.
Yeah.
And in it, a woman tries to have sex with Howard the Duck.
How George Lucas is a big fan of Greek mythology, and when Zeus turned himself into a goose, so he's just doing the next logical step.
Yeah, Zeus loved to fuck. This week, though, we watched Killer Klowns from Outer Space. We returned to Santa Cruz.
Oh, yeah. Not as obvious this time, though.
No, they just used the boardwalk for backdrop a little bit in the end. But it is filmed in Watsonville, which is in Santa Cruz County. But it's more like up in the woods.
Yeah, not by the
As you
ocean.
can tell, because there's like pine trees everywhere.
This movie also has a young Christopher Titus in it.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, oh, wow, that's that one guy from Comedy.
From Titus. We used to watch that show. It was really good.
It was pretty funny.
I remember hearing that there was like some fuckery going on. Like it actually had really good ratings, and they started moving it around to purposely get it canceled.
Why? Because he just...
I want to say that he said something to executives that they didn't like, like go fuck yourself or something like that.
I think he nowadays he's kind of like a far right millennials or crybabies type stuff, isn't he?
No, I follow him on Twitter. He's actually more like a far left. He is a little bit like he's like, I don't have a problem saying retard to people anymore.
Yeah,
but he's still like his politics are definitely left.
Yeah, that's a lot of the old timer lefties. Like Joe Bob Briggs is still kind of like, kids today are crybabies. And he is like kind of far left. So.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he's a redneck, so whatever.
It's Joe Bob Briggs.
Also in it is Royal Dano, who's playing the same character he will play in 2 years in Space Invaders.
I was going to make that fucking joke, too. A little bit different in Space Invaders, I think.
Yeah.
He's not such a fucking idiot in Space Invaders.
Mr. Wrenchmuller?
Yeah. Where do you guys grow your Wrenchmullers? That's what we're going to watch for the Halloween episode this year.
Yeah, I was thinking when I saw him, I was like, oh, we should watch Space Invaders. I was like, oh, we gotta wait till Halloween.
My favorite Halloween movie.
Space Invaders. And we'll also probably, let's watch, like, Ernest Scared Stupid as a bonus episode.
Okay.
Chiodo Brothers.
We're way far away from October.
No, this is going to bring us back to Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about way far away. I want to watch Ernest Scared Stupid and
Space
Invaders right now.
Yeah. The Chiodo Brothers, who wrote, directed, produced Killer Klowns from Outer Space, they're famous for doing special effects and monsters and stuff. Like, they did the Critters and that sort of thing. So speaking of Ernest Scared Stupid, they designed the trolls in that movie.
I always like the troll design.
The Cheeto Brothers are famous for doing cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't get to work as capacity as producers, writers, and directors for this movie. They didn't get to work on the special effects as much as they normally would for Killer Klowns from Outer Space, but I think a lot of the designs for the clowns and stuff are still there. So.
Yeah.
And they're all pretty good. I mean, you got short clown, fat clown,
tall clown,
really tall clown. I mean, they all do look pretty dynamic. Like, there's the first clown, and you just see him wandering around. He's even like does the same walk everywhere, which is, I don't know.
What's your, before we actually get into like the bones of the movie, what's your favorite clown, like murder or little hijinks?
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of clown gags in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, really, after we watched it and I watched it with my wife, I'm like, there's only about 20 minutes of story in this movie, and the rest is just
clown gags.
Clown gags.
Yeah,
mine is the ventriloquist bit.
Yeah, I like
just the slurp sound when he pulls his hand out.
But I also like the short one when he rolls up on his tricycle to the biker club.
He
smashes his tricycle and he gets sad.
And he jumps down with a box of gloves.
Yeah, and he knocks the dude's head off. I think that one's the best. The one I dislike the least is the shadow puppet one, though, because I'm like, what's the extent of their powers? Because most of them seem, they're scientifically advanced, you know, but then this one's just magic.
Yeah, yeah.
So
that's the one too. I'm like, I don't get this. Yeah. Why doesn't he just eat the cop car with his shadow T-Rex?
Yeah. So that one, the beginning, though, when they fire the popcorn gun, it's just kind of like, what's that supposed to do? But I think that's how they breed, it seems like, right? The popcorns are like their little semens, and they turn into other clowns.
They grew into like little clown plants.
I don't know, man.
I also like the little exposition kind of dump they have right at the end where they're like, maybe they're like an advanced race and they visited Earth before and our understanding of clowns comes from
Well, that's the thing is the Chiodo Brothers have always wanted to make sequels to these movies.
They made a sequel to Killer Klowns, didn't they?
No, they never got it off the ground. But while I was watching it, it's like, yeah, you know what, we do need to learn more about this clown society and their culture and what it's all about.
But I mean, the actual origins of clowns is slightly racist, isn't it? Isn't it like a Scottish stereotype?
Yeah, it's like poor Scottish people.
Yeah.
Like, red hair and patches and weird accent, and you suck. And we hate you in England, you bog trotter. Bog trotter might be an Irish slur. I think it probably works for both of them. They got bogs in Scotland too. You more trotter.
Did you lose your train of thought?
Waiting for the ghost to stop talking around.
We got an interview.
Spooky ghost.
How did you die? You didn't have OxyContin in 1922.
There was also Eli Roth made a clown movie recently where a guy gets bitten by a clown and turns into a clown. I can't remember what it is, but like there's it's got like Peter Stormare in it, and he's like dumps a bunch of clown lore about like clowns from Scandinavian mythology, like clowns were real, they were called clowns, and they were monsters. So that might be the origin of Killer Clowns from Outer Space too. I don't know, I don't think so. I feel like we have a pretty good understanding of where clowns came from.
Right?
So none of this lore shit makes sense.
Whatever, it's a stupid movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's Killer Clowns from Outer Space, totally fine. But this Eli Roth movie, Clown, is... What the fuck are you talking about? In Scandinavia, we have clown. Clown kill children.
I like
Why does it sound Russian?
Clown kill children.
Film starts off... It's a Friday night. Everyone's feeling good. And
well, it starts off with first like, "Pew, clowns."
Oh, and we get the so the theme song is done by like the wimpiest punk band of all time, the Dickies. Like, go look them up. Their songs suck. And
no, this song sucks though.
This song sucks real bad. Like they should have got someone else to do it.
So this is what 88.
88. Yeah.
Man, I can't think of it.
Dead Kennedys.
I guess I don't know.
Oh, I remember. Remember we were talking about Jello last week and his mayoral candidacy. He was competing against good old Senator Dianne Feinstein.
Was he really?
Yeah, there's a clip on YouTube of him campaigning where he's vacuuming the front of her house, like her sidewalk. She had a campaign where we're gonna clean up the street. It was like sweeping shit. Yeah. She's like, oh, just vacuuming the front of her house. So yeah, that's who it was. Dianne Feinstein. She's one of those neoliberal pigs, right?
Well, we talked about this off mic before, didn't I? But like neoliberal, if you want to call people Dianne Feinstein, there's plenty of problems with Dianne Feinstein, but the label neoliberal doesn't work because that's not what fucking neoliberal means. Neoliberal is Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher. It's a fucking economic idea. It doesn't mean the opposite of neoconservative. It's not neoconservatism on the left.
What would you come up with for a better buzzword?
I don't know, like dumb shit. How about that? Old and worthless. Yeah. I mean, like, what the fuck? She's out of touch.
Yeah.
She's not in line with the base
party,
of the party anymore.
Well, a lot of the Democrats don't seem to be in line with the actual.
Yeah, well, because we're going through like another realignment. Yeah. We'll see how it ends up.
Like the New Deal, right? New Deal Democrats.
Yeah. Or the Tea Party movement. This is our Tea Party movement. Hopefully, it ends up better than that shit.
I think hopefully. Well, I guess the Tea Party movement did end up being successful because it did drive the Republican Party even further right.
Yeah, and they got a fucking crazy person in the presidency right now.
Yeah, so we'll go even further left and get our own crazy person. The horseshoe theory. Right?
No, let's not do that.
Who's the craziest person we can get in there?
Tulsi Gabbard.
I want to get. I can't think of like a equivalent far left figure that's.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. The far left figures that are like equivalent to Donald Trump aren't popular enough to be president.
No. Bill Maher. He's not far left.
He's not far left.
He's neoliberal.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't understand it because it has been so muddied.
Yeah, that's what they say. That always happens with language, I guess. Yeah. I shouldn't be so mad about it, but it frustrates me sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's just what it's gonna mean now. Is like
it's gonna mean neoconservative to the left.
We're like, oh, I hate.
Even though like there's nothing neo about Dianne Feinstein.
No, this is old.
It's old. She's
neo means new. That's just old.
Yeah, again, guys, like, fucking, do you not know how?
I guess it's just
far left internet. Stop being so fucking dumb.
Well, I guess I'm sure a lot of people who use it understand that's the case, but
yeah, they're just using it inappropriately because they want to be dumb assholes,
or just because they know people understand it at this point. Like you said, language changes, so that's what it means. It doesn't make sense linguistically, though. Oh well. Yeah, so
she's Dianne Feinstein is a third way Democrat, Clinton style, third way moderate Democrat. There you go, guys. Congratulations. Stop using neoliberal.
Well, I like now that it's just liberal. Like, just a fucking liberal. Like, that's different from being left. Which I guess technically it is because, I don't know.
We're not even talking about Killer Klowns at all. How do we get on this topic?
We've been really bad about talking about movies on this movie podcast. Whatever.
Leave it. It stays in.
Yeah.
It stays in.
I have barely been editing them lately, except for like big gaps and pauses. Yeah. So, I mean, it's Friday night in Watsonville. Just like they don't mention that it's California. It could be any town USA is the sort of thing. And it definitely doesn't have like the Lost Boys like summer vibe at all.
No.
Even though it's Santa Cruz.
The vibe of this movie, it's kind of like cheeky and fun, I guess. Mm-hmm. Some of the actors realize the movie they're in, but not all of them.
No,
really, it's I can't remember the actor's name. The really famous actor that plays Kurt, the cop.
Oh yeah,
John Kren.
I don't know, but he is acting the shit out of some of the scenes.
Yeah, because he's a fucking legitimate actor.
You're like, man, you know what movie you're in? Well, him and the other cop, their scenes are like, it's like, well, shit, they think they're in a real movie.
Yeah, well, the other cop's not as good, but
yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, yeah, and then everyone else is just kind of like winking at the camera, and, like, cheesing and stuff.
You realize that dude plays Rupert Thorne in the Batman the Animated Series, right? That he does the voice for.
Rupert Thorne,
the mob boss guy.
Oh man, I haven't watched the animated series in a long time.
Oh man, it's
Except
so
for that
good.
episode where they share stories about the one time Almost Got Batman.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That's like my favorite episode. I think
it's called Almost Got Him.
Yeah, that's the one.
That one won an Emmy, I think.
Yeah, that's the one everyone talks about all the time. So I guess I'm like a poser.
Well, they talk about that one on Heart of Ice.
Yeah, where Mr. Freeze has a backstory. No, I just like to freeze.
Everyone freeze.
Everybody freeze.
Everybody chill. Chill out.
Christopher Titus is right here in the beginning of the movie, right? He's
yeah.
the nerd with the glasses.
Drinking beer in front of the cops.
And the cops like, damn kids. And he's like, damn cops. It's like, that's right. Because
the cops are here to just kick our ass.
Once again, the cops are useless. All they're doing is picking up college vampire boys.
We don't really see what happens to those two guys. We just assume they get killed by the clown that gets thrown.
Remember when the other cop, main cop, Kurt, comes back, he goes to the jail cell and they're cocooned in there.
Oh, that's right.
One guy's arm falls out and he's got all the bracelets on.
Right.
The vampire boy. Who reminds me of Jamie Stewart from Shoo Shoo for some reason. Something about his face. But he didn't sing any really scary songs about molestation in the movie. So it's hard the end of the comparison. Have you ever seen there's a video on YouTube of someone doing it's Shoo Shoo sings the ABCs. It's just like ABC. Because like all the songs are sad and intense. I used to love Shoo Shoo, but I get like a lot of the criticism and like memeing that people have made out of Shoo Shoo, but I still fucking love Shoo Shoo.
I remember when you used to love Shoo Shoo. I heard it all the damn time.
That shit is so weird. I like weird shit though, even if it's like cheesy weird. Like Killer
Goes Space.
So basically, right off the bat, you know what the struggle is. It's class struggle against the police. This is going to be a major theme in the film.
Sort of.
Kind of. It's mostly Mooney.
Kurt Mooney.
He fucking hates kids. He just does not like them.
He thinks everybody's out to get him, too.
Yeah, he's really paranoid.
Smoking too many jazz cigarettes.
Jazz cigarettes? Yeah, everyone's going to top of the world to make out.
Which, again, this seems to be a theme. We talked about this in Night of the Creeps, I think, but there's always like a make out point or some shit where you overlook the city and you neck with your sweetie. I have never experienced this. If you have, please reach out to us.
Yeah, tell us about it.
We would like to know. I would like to get
I have a Twitter now at Kyle Maine, KYYLEMAGNE. Hit me up with your stories of the great makeout points.
I'm also at A Sean McDonald. Just throw that in there.
I also at one point a long time ago said that I want to be like Lil B, but instead of getting feet pictures from girls, I want nightgown pictures. So I'm gonna bring that back. I cannot recall like any like hookup or like even like cool hangout spot.
I mean, there might be like like people might pull off on the side of the road or like know certain individual spots, but there wasn't any like, oh, you got to go to this place. This is the spot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, out here in Arizona, you got to be careful where you pull off on the road because you might run into a skinwalker or a bruja.
Yeah, probably not.
What about La Llorona?
No.
Well, she's not real?
No.
One time, you're going to be walking by the lakeside. Minding your own
What
business,
lake?
She's going to jump out and spook you. She's going to be like, mijo. Because she's sad about her kids.
The only time I'm walking...
Depending on which story it is.
The only time I'm walking, though, is with the dog, so, I mean... How's she feel about canines?
I don't know. Your dog's pretty cool, so she'll probably be like, oh, what's up, Lily? But in Spanish. Whoa.
Wow,
what a tone that made.
Wow, that was actually really pleasing.
Yeah.
The spring on my mic arm. Oh.
How'd you do it?
I don't know. It's not doing it again. Oh, damn it.
There's
only one time only.
There's so much bass in it. It was like a low frequency hum. Which is also a cause of people seeing ghosts, apparently.
Low frequency hums?
La Llorona.
Do low frequency hums cause people to see ghosts, or do ghosts cause low frequency hums?
Whoa. No,
chicken and egg?
I think it's it messes with your inner ear and your brain and stuff, because that's like flowing water, exposure to like opening electricity and stuff. It makes your brain dumb, and then you see ghosts. Guess what? Ghosts probably aren't real. Well, we're gonna find out next week on Space Ghost Force. The Terenzi brothers show up
in their ice cream truck.
Yeah, man,
they're a couple of cars.
They
these
got
guys.
some bits, don't they? So apparently, these two dudes were actually like a comedy duo that was popular in like Los Angeles area.
Can I ask you a question? Did they let them write their own lines? Or
I think they were just kind of letting them riff.
What?
They sound.
Whoa. Okay. Oh shit. These two were a popular comedy duo in the area, and they let them write their own lines, and this is the shit they came up with.
Yeah, I think that's the case. I'm sure. Any movie producer, writer, director out there, if you want to put me and my brother in a movie and let us write our own lines, I guarantee you we'll do better than these two fucking dumbasses. And I have zero experience. They're really bad. Oh, what? You're a white guy though. You haven't ever taken an improv class. White guys love improv classes.
I can do improv. I just want you to take a class about it. I feel that way. Like if you need to take improv's a little bit different, but if you are a stand-up comedian or want to be a stand-up comedian.
I think you just work, right?
And you take a stand-up class, already a bad sign. Like you if you're not funny enough, you're confident in yourself enough to be funny already, you don't need to be a stand-up. Don't take a class. Go home.
I think you
go home, be a family man.
All stand-up comedians basically just say work, just work, just do work. So just go out there and do work, all right? It's Bukowski's tombstone. It just says don't try. So don't try. Yeah, they're I forget what they're called in real life, but they're not actually brothers. Supposedly, I mean, this is like what Wikipedia or some site I read said.
No, so it could be fake. Yeah,
they were popular in air quotes. Yeah. So, anyways, they just said like, no, you said we'd make money selling ice cream.
No,
also,
you said it. Oh, well, that's a good joke.
Why do they think they would make money selling ice cream at like 2 a.m?
I thought they were going up there to get those girls to make out with them and do them.
They were kind of, I guess, but then they're still driving around later on in the movie. I mean, it all takes place in one night, so presumably it's from like 9 o'clock to like 4.
Well, we know they're not supposed to be smart, obviously, but
well, how are we gonna make money selling this ice cream in what appears to be the fall at 3 a.m? I don't know. It's a mystery, guys.
In the roughest part of town. Hey man, you got any of them WWE superstar ice creams?
Those shits were good. It was always the same dudes though, because remember like the packaging would show which dudes they had.
Yeah,
but then it was always just like Ultimate Warrior or Hulk Hogan.
I feel like I got Rick Rude a lot.
Rude,
ravishing Rick Rude.
He had quite.
Oh, you sexy ladies out there! Look at your dumpy man and look at me.
For real though, he was cut up.
Yeah, he had a good body.
He had crazy physique. He was aesthetic as. Weirdos on the internet would say.
He had some cool tights too.
Yeah, Rick Rude was dope. This is Space Force Wrestling. Wrestling Force. Yeah, so the Terenzi brothers, they're gonna be in it. Unfortunately, they're really unnecessary.
They are. You cut them from this movie and you lose nothing.
Literally
to be nothing.
Comedic relief or something, but
the clowns have provided more comedic relief.
Yeah, the clown gags are way better than them talking in their microphone and. I don't know, and then they don't serve any purpose. They're just kind of there. Whatever. They see the meteor, and then basically the beginning of the Blob happens.
Yeah.
This is like the same thing in the beginning of the Blob. An old man with his dog out in the middle of the woods is like, "Oh golly, what's this out here on the wood show, jeez." I like how he sees the meteor crash. He gets his shovel in his bucket like he's gonna go get it and get money, right? But then immediately, as soon as he sees it's a circus tent, he's like, "Wow, how do we get in there to see the circus?" Like, he is on board really quick.
Like you said, it is kind of a similar character to what he plays in Space Invaders. Even as a dog, like he does in Space Invaders.
Yeah.
And we're gonna live with my sister Marge and her poodle.
Poodle. Rich Mueller. This is a man who was also in the Outlaw Josie Wales. And he's a famous cowboy actor.
Yeah, this is another
Royal
legitimate
Dano.
actor.
Yeah, but the end of his career is
Playing kooky old men farmers. And just doing a bang-up job at it.
Well, as you can tell, I mean, he's from the 50s and 60s cowboy era where they were just overacting anyways, and he's still just kind of doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like really out of his wheelhouse, I don't think. Oh, jeez, there's a goddamn circus tent out here.
Where's old Pooh, my dog?
So they,
old Pooh.
oh,
Pooh Bear.
Pooh Bear. They do capture his dog with a net.
Yeah.
It's pretty cute.
The dog just sits there.
Which is, when I was a kid, I was legitimately kind of scared of the clowns. Because the first time I saw this movie, I woke up randomly.
Joe Bob Briggs is on.
Yeah, like something like that, like Monster Vision or something was on.
Elvira.
They were showing this.
What's Elvira doing these days?
I don't know. She had a movie only a few years ago. Oh, the Chiodo Brothers did special effects to her. Yeah.
Tying it in.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so I woke up randomly and like this was on because the TV had been left on or whatever, and I was like, oh, because you know when you're a little kid and you wake up at 3 a.m. and there's like a spooky show on.
Yeah.
Like, this is extra spooky. But when I watched it this time as an adult, I was like, man, these clowns are pretty cute.
I think they were cute. They're ugly and creepy as shit.
I know, but some of their antics are just like, eh.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I like the hijinks they get up to. They're,
Well, like the little guy, I like the little clown a lot. Like when he's sad when they break his tricycle, I'm like, I feel you, man. And then, but you can see the zipper on his mask when he turns. Yeah, so this is the first taste of the clown hijinks. They just net the dog.
Killer clowns ate my dog. That's like a National Enquirer story. Killer clowns ate my dad.
It used to be. Well, I guess Weekly World News probably still has headlines right there.
Do they still have Weekly World News?
I don't know. National Enquirer is the one that Trump's friends with, right?
Yeah.
So they're usually more like, Hillary eats children and feeds them to reptile Bill Clinton while Huma Abedin sucks his dick. Right? Those are their kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
They don't have Bat Boy and stuff. Yeah, Killer Clown. I guess they eat his dog. We don't really see what happens to the dog. They might just keep the dog as a friend.
I feel like they ate the dog because they're eating everybody.
Yeah, but they do cocoon the old man. We don't see it, but
they show the cocoon.
Yeah. So our main characters, I guess, kind of
Debbie and Mike.
They were kissing up out on the top of the world. And then they see the meteor and like, well, we gotta go check it out.
Debbie's like, oh, yeah, let's do this.
And so they go inside the big top, the circus tent, and inside is a laser tag arena. Right? Doesn't it?
It does go there.
The sets are,
thank you for playing Tucson.
The sets and the special effects and stuff are that legit highlight of the movie. But it is like just all black light, neon, weird, like circusy stuff, which is cool. But a lot of laser tag places straight up copied it, I think.
A lot of the laser tag places were fans of the Killer Clowns.
Also, Stephen King copied this movie for It.
When did he write it?
Way before this movie.
Like, I thought it was way before this shit.
Pennywise, or whatever it is from outer space, right?
No, he's like a demon thing from another world. It's all ties in like Dark Tower shit.
Well, I don't understand the Stephen King lore.
I haven't read enough Stephen King. I like Stephen King as a writer, and like I've said this a lot about how Save the Cat is bullshit, and you don't necessarily have to follow that. But Stephen King's book on writing, if you are interested in writing, I found it really.
He just tells you he's basically just right.
Yeah.
Hey, idiot, fucking right. But yeah, so it crash lands outer space and just eats people, right? So like, I mean, that's it.
Chiodo Brothers copied Stephen King.
No, Stephen King's copied them because the TV miniseries doesn't come out until like 1991. So obviously they copied this movie. The book, yeah, I don't believe in books. The set is really cool. It is cheap, but I mean that's the kind of stuff I like in these old 80s horror movies. Is just like, well, at least they built the fucking set and they had fun doing it. And this is the point where I was like, I need to know more about this clown culture, because they have like honk buttons on their elevator.
Right.
It's like
it's because our idea of clowns comes from an ancient people that experienced this clown civilization.
Yeah, it's ancient aliens. They have that one guy, Jimmy Sukalos or whatever.
He kind of looks like a clown. He's got some clown hair.
When
they come back, I'll already look like them, so they'll not kill me and drink my blood.
Yeah, they find the cocoon room where they're cocooning people in cotton candy. And even though they just arrived, they've got quite a few people.
Yeah, it seems weird.
He unveils someone and he's like, Joe Lombardo! Someone he knows, I guess.
Old Man Crothers!
Yeah.
Pooh Bear!
Yeah, he knows everybody in town. He's a big deal. We see the first clown. This is the weird walking one.
Yeah.
He's like... I don't want to say there's hero clowns, but there's definitely like 5 of them that they use the most. Mm-hmm. And then there's just other guys. Every clown has a unique design, which I think is cool. You don't see any duplicates, but there's like a few of them that you see the most that do most of the gags. This guy's got the popcorn gun, which apparently costs like $7,000 for them to make that popcorn gun. They could actually like shoot popcorn pretty hard. So that's cool.
I feel like there'd be an easier way to do it.
I also just don't understand how it works as a weapon, even in the movie.
Well, obviously it doesn't really hurt them. It just attaches popcorn to them.
Popcorn monsters, yeah, and they grow into little clown vine monster guys.
Like an hour and a half later.
Yeah, it's like not super effective. It's like, well, we'll get them eventually. I guess that's what ancient humans hunting technique too, right? Is we just
wear them down.
Yeah, we just ran after stuff forever. But they escape, which I think they should have just died, and it should have just been about the cop man getting revenge for Debbie, right?
Yeah, the weird like menage a trois thing that goes on here.
Yeah, because there's like, we'll get to it. I mean, at the end of the movie, like some weird like open relationship stuff going on. I don't know. Because Mike's dating Debbie, they're kissing and stuff.
But Debbie used to date David, the cop.
Yeah.
So they get scared by these clowns, and she's like, "That's okay. Let's go to the police station. I know a guy."
Yeah.
But she doesn't like a typical swerve here. Mm-hmm. She doesn't say, "I know a guy. I used to date him." Yeah. She just says, "I know a guy."
I know a guy. The clowns chase after him. One of the clowns gets hit by a car, but he's all right. And then
like the little balloon animal part. Like, what are they doing with this fucking dog?
They make a balloon animal dog to hunt him down. I mean, that's what they came up with a lot of really good clown guys.
I wish they had brought the balloon animal part back a little bit later. Like he could have done a balloon animal sword and like cut a dude's arm off or something.
Oh yeah, they do have another balloon dog at the end when they're chasing him, but yeah, they don't do anything else with the balloons. Like one of them could have made an AK-47. That would have been cool. And then they drive off to go get Kurt. Or whoever. David.
Kurt is the old man public soldier.
And then we see all the clowns walk into a crazy guitar riff, which I like the music in this movie. I just don't like the theme song that the Dickies do because it's for babies.
I will say
it's like the most babyest punk
song ever. It's punk rock junior.
That's the problem with Dickies. They're like the first pop punk band, really. Well, I guess the Buzzcocks, really. You know.
Yeah, Buzzcocks are cool.
Yeah.
Shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh, the soundtrack. I will say that like the early attempts at like MIDI instruments or virtual instruments, fucking awful.
What? It sounds like exactly like a circus organ or a horn.
Yeah, like the horn work especially is bad.
I actually still really like those old MIDI sounds. Like
it makes me think of like the Goosebumps TV show or. Like, Are You Afraid of the Dark whenever I hear that shit?
Oh, it reminds me of shit like this. Like this and like Reanimator and stuff. Like, oh yeah, those...
I mean, it's literally same kind of
really dry MIDI horns. Yeah, so this is old cops captured Vampire Boy and his lover. They were just out having a nice time walking in the parties drinking wine.
Yeah, well, we live in this town. Why can't we walk through and drink some wine?
Like, why you college boys stay at the college? We don't like your kind around here. And they're obviously, they go to UC Santa Cruz. They're banana slugs. Which UC Santa Cruz is kind of like liberal arts college sort of place.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for there to be a vampire boy there. He's
Plus,
probably
he's seen The Lost Boys.
yeah. Oh yeah, this is 2 years after Lost Boys, so he's like, man, I fucking can't wait to be Kiefer Sutherland. I'm not brave enough to dye my hair blonde though, because he's already going bald. He couldn't risk it.
Just like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, and we see that David is a stand-up sort of cop.
He's from the police academy, Kyle.
Yeah, oh yeah, what posing.
Well, I mean, like, this is after police academy too, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely after police academy. So he graduated with Mahoney, maybe the class after Mahoney.
Oh, yeah, because...
And Kurt's sick of his shit because he's just not a real cop.
Well,
he was like, around too many colored people and women.
Yeah, he's like, you're lucky you're white, boy. Yeah, so the old timer, they didn't have police academies back. Yeah, they were just dudes off the street.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to be a cop? Like, okay. That was like in the old days in England. It was like if you're over 6 feet, you get to be a cop.
That's kind of what it was like. I mean, go back and look at how the LAPD started, and you'd be shocked at like who became a police officer.
Oh, really? Is it pretty bad?
Yeah,
it's like every Irish criminal.
Sort of.
Every Irish or Italian criminal. Like, you want to be a cop now? Okay. That's kind of how it is today.
It just got a bunch of tough boys off the street. Is what it seems like.
I feel like that's kind of how the LAPD is today still too. Though. It's like you get the same dudes from like the same neighborhoods. It's like I'll be a cop instead of a drug dealer. Or maybe I'll just do both. Nice. Yeah, but so we got this old timey cowboy cop or some shit. He hates kids. We got an upstanding cop who also doesn't really like kids because he just kind of bullies them too. He's like, all right, I might write a report about this, but fucking go get in jail. You damn kids. Don't leave your college campus, you damn kid.
Like he was like, I'm gonna book you for resisting arrest. Like, how do they resist arrest? Typical cop bullshit.
Yeah. ACAB. Fucking they show up and like, Joe Lombardo's dead. Fucking Cocoon, Candy Cane.
And some old man. And Pooh Bear.
And he's like, calm down. Clowns are bullshit. Clowns have never killed anyone.
Let me get this straight. You're telling me some clowns killed some people.
Oh, yeah? Was it John Wayne Gacy?
Oh, I know this fella. He's hanging around those Torino brothers.
Terenzi.
Oh, that's right. Terenzi brothers.
Yeah, clowns have never killed anyone. So they take him back up there to check it out. Of course, the circus tent's gone because the clowns are like, this is a little too conspicuous.
Well, they realize they've been found out, and so they're going to go out into the town and start having some fun. Yeah, I mean, hi-jinx start.
So they hide their spaceship because whatever, but then they just roll into town and like, all right, let's fuck shit up. Because they even have like that giant vacuum truck, and they're just like on parade, like zapping people. Like, they're not trying to be inconspicuous. Yeah, they're just like tossing people out of windows and cotton candy. The Star Clown shows up at the drugstore. I do like they pull out of the police station, the cops outside, and like they like pull up on the sidewalk and they ram the cop car. I just expected them like stumble out of the car and it's like, we just needed a few drinks on the way over to calm our nerves. Oh, you know what's funny is every car in this movie is a rental, so they couldn't damage them too much. Oh. So you'll notice in every scene where there's car crashes and stuff, they're like really wimpy. Like they just kind of bump them. You feel like they would have bought a couple cars just so they could really crash them. They did one for that one car that goes off the road, like the clown drives off the road on a bike, and it gets like kind of like stuck in a tree, catches on fire. But the other ones are like rentals, so they're like real delicate with them. Which is funny. I like when they rear in the ice cream truck, but it's just like pop. Yeah, the main clown, he goes to the drugstore to do some gags. The drugstore dude who's running it is really patient with this clown because presumably he sees him cotton candy cocoon the other customers. Right, you would think so. He's still just sitting there watching him like check stuff out. He waits so long to call the cops. He's like, all right, as long as he pays for something, I don't care what he does to anyone else. Yeah. Oh lordy, what's this clown gonna do? One clown tries to lure a girl outside at McDonald's. The dialogue in the scene is like, what? The first woman's like, this is bullshit, and the other one's like, oh, it's a lot better when you win. It's like, what the fuck are they talking about? Or no, this used to be a lot more fun. Like, what? The burger place? Yeah, what are you talking about? As a child, there's no way in hell I would go outside to talk to that clown. Oh no, he's scary. Yeah, he's scary as shit. He's got a monster head. I wouldn't talk to a normal clown as a child. I definitely wouldn't talk to the fucking creep clown. Yeah, And he's like, hey, check it out. He had the secret mallet. He was just going to bash her
He's
brains.
pudding her. I'm going to turn this one into jelly.
And he's like, fuck this cotton candy shit. I'm a real murderous clown. Just smashing heads. What are some other gags? We got... I mean, this is basically what happens in the movie at this point, is clown gags.
Yeah, I mean, like, while the clown gangs are going down, like, David and Mike drop Debbie off at home.
Yeah.
She's like, you gotta stay here. I'm gonna take Mike up there by myself, and he might have a mysterious accident, and then I guess they'll have to get back together because you'd be so sad.
Yeah, I like when he's driving. I guess she just likes laughs more than stability. That does sound like something a cop would say.
Yeah, it sure does. I guess you just like law and justice. I guess you don't more than order.
You don't like domestic violence, huh? Yeah, because, cops have a higher rate of domestic violence than the rest of the population.
What? Is it because they have a sense of superiority and no one to hold them accountable?
Maybe. Or did they decide to become a cop because they already felt that way?
Oh, they're kind of bullies, you're saying.
It's interesting. Someone should do more studies about this.
No, we can't study it.
Oh.
Okay.
It's got to be a mystery forever.
Yeah. Blue lives matter.
No, they don't. Whatever. They got that stupid flag. Isn't it disrespectful to recolor the flag?
Yes.
And it's black and white with just a blue stripe.
Woo!
Wow.
It's the thin blue line.
Put some boots on there and lick them, bitches. It's crazy when people who aren't cops are like, got that flag and shit.
Or don't have cops in their family. Or,
yeah, like my friend at work, her dad's like a weird far right weirdo, and he's got like the Blue Lives Matter flag on his truck. And it's like, oh, is he a cop? No. Fucking, he just loves licking boots or what? What the fuck? I just don't get it. Like, damn, I love the police so much. I just love when they kill and hassle everyone. Oh, I wish I could just get down on my knees and suck the dick.
You're gonna get pulled over a lot.
Well, no, I didn't almost get pulled over the other day, but like there's a motorcycle cop behind me for a while. And I was like, it's like, so I don't drink anymore. I don't do drugs anymore. I know I don't have anything in my car, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as there's a cop behind me, it's like, oh, God damn it, I'm a criminal. I'm still afraid of them cops.
I was watching Canadian Bacon the other day. That's why I was talking about it earlier. And there's this part where, like John Candy goes to like the auction house, and there's his black sheriff deputy is there. And he's like, man, we got to get out of here. All these guns and white people make me nervous. And John Candy looks at him and is like, you got to stop with that white people shit. You got me looking at him funny. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't trust anybody specifically over anybody else, but I don't, based on where we live and stuff, like, yeah, I don't really trust the white people around here.
Got me looking at him funny.
Yeah, especially not the cops. Damn. I don't trust cops anyway.
So David and Mike are going up, leaving Debbie behind to get attacked by popcorn clowns.
Yeah, she's taking a shower. You'll notice that she wasn't wearing panties.
She was ready for this is party time.
She was having a good time at the top of the world.
Too bad that meteor ruined Mike's day.
Oh, remember when he does an offensive impersonation of a Native American tracker? When they go up to first check out the meteorite?
I don't think I caught it.
The car, and he's like, oh, me seek a many moons.
I don't remember that.
That's pretty funny. Pretty offensive. But
Mike and David get up there, and like, of course, the spaceship is gone. Yeah. And David's like, "Oh, you've been playing tricks on me. You're under arrest, you son of a bitch, for false reports."
And he's like, "Debbie did it too."
And he's like, "That's right, she did." Well, this won't come up in the trial or the report.
I guess she likes laughs more than stability. But then when they're driving back, they do see the shadow puppet clown.
Well, no, they see like a bunch of cars on the side of the road, all with their lights on.
Oh yeah, he finds the cotton candy car.
Yeah, he finds the cotton candy man, and that's where Christopher Titus has gotten cotton candy.
He's got his glasses, and he's like, "That's Bob McReed." I went to school with him or something. I'm Mike. I know everybody. It's me and Mike. Hey, I know everybody.
Yeah, that's going, man.
Oh yeah, I know who that is. I went to school with everybody. They're like my best friends. I'm Mike. I'm popular. No big deal. That's why.
That's why, because he's connected. He's Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. And so at that point, the cop man's like, this is pretty mysterious. And he's like, I guess it could be killer clowns. I don't know. Well, there's at least a cotton candy monster out here. We at least got some kind of blob situation.
So yeah, Mike's off the hook now.
Yeah. And then they roll into town and see the shadow puppet clown, right?
Yeah, that's just more
I like
clown
the
hijinks.
Close-ups of the clown's hands when he's in the shadow puppets, where it's like that's not the puppet it would make, because they only have like 3 fingers and they're all fat.
I also have to wonder like what's wrong with the people. There's a creepy clown doing impossible finger puppets on the wall, and you're just like, oh shit.
And they also don't look like people that are dressed as clowns. They
No,
look like weird clown space monsters.
I would be slowly backing away at this point.
I get the tough bikers who are like, get out of here, you stupid midget clowns.
Even then, I feel like...
Well, they're smart. As soon as the guy like literally gets his block knocked off, they're all just, fuck this, let's go to Big Top Burger. Because you see him outside there for some reason.
Well, they saw the clown, and they're like, oh shit, I can go for a burger right now.
Damn, I'm hungry. I got so scared, I'm hungry.
After they see the shadow puppet cop, they spot the...
Well, first Mike tries to crash into the clown.
That's right. He's like, get him!
Blasts off. But once again, you'll notice that they very delicately crash.
Yeah, I noticed. When I was watching the movie, I didn't know that. I'm like, that's a kind of a weird...
Well, when I was watching it, I was like, they weren't going very fast. And then, like, when I read about it afterwards, I was like, oh, they rent all the cars. They're trying not to damage them.
You do see in this scene that obviously David's police academy training is fucking worthless. Because, fucking try to run over or shoot the killer clown that just ate a bunch of people.
Yeah, because he's like, no! We gotta read that clown its rights.
No, he just made a shadow puppet T-Rex and ate 4 people. We need to run him over with a fucking police cruiser.
The other cop has the right idea, because when he catches the other clown, he's like, I'm supposed to read you your rights, but...
Get the fuck in the prison.
Clown. The clown's got too many jokes, so he disconnects his hands and stuff.
That's what's going on while Mike and David are fucking around with this clown.
He's got one of those, you blow into it, and the thing goes like, woo, and the thing comes out. What is it called?
I don't know.
A little party favorite thing.
Yeah.
But his has a hand in it, and it chokes the old cop and bangs him into the bars. And then he turns him into a dummy.
Let's talk about Officer Kurt Mooney here, because he's left at the station manning the switchboard in a very similar manner to like Jackie Chan in Police Story, just doing a fucking awful job at it.
Well, everyone's calling him about clowns. And he's like,
oh, you're fucking lying to me. Oh, you're on a 2, aren't you, you dumb shits?
He thinks the whole town is like pulling a prank on him.
Even David like calls him. He's like, "Wait, there's clowns everywhere." He's like, "Oh, you're in the 2, are you, David?"
Oh, the Terenzi brothers got to you too, huh?
And then a little fucking creepy, scary clown shows up. And he's like,
big one.
No one's gonna trick me, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's a big clown. And
so Kurt gets what he deserves.
He does that weird shuffle like in and out of doors. He's like, it's another kind of like Pennywise, right? Where he scares the kids because he makes them taste better, right? He gotta season the meat. That's like what these clowns are gonna do, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kind of like playing with people.
Or maybe they just like to have they play with their food before they eat it. Like cats.
Yeah.
Like space cats.
Oh, let's talk about their language. The clowns have a language. So I was like... But they don't ever seem to communicate with each other, though. They're just kind of like say stuff under their breath. Like, they're really passive aggressive.
We're here to kill you. Don't worry. We're here just here to kill you.
So Independence Day copied that scene, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because what it is, people who have
Roland Emmerich, I'm on to you.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space is the clown who kills Mooney, the old cop. He uses him as a ventriloquist dummy and tells the other cop their master plan as a clown.
Just to kill them.
Which is just like Independence Day, where the aliens got the scientist man.
This movie really is a lot like Independence Day if you just replace clowns with like weird tentacle aliens.
Yeah, and instead of Washington, D.C., it's just a small town Northern California. Which is probably where the invasion would start. There's a lot of land area in California. It'd be California or Texas, probably.
Alaska.
The
Aleutian Islands, just like Japan planned in World War II.
Oh, and David
Crockett.
I couldn't remember what his name was. This is where he learns to shoot him in the nose, which destroys him.
Yeah, he pops him.
Which
like it's the most obvious weakness for a clown, right?
Yeah, I mean, why? Like, they should have evolved not to have that. You think like you could also probably just shoot him in the head?
You feel like if that's your big weakness, like wear a helmet or something,
like a face guard.
But maybe they just really like looking like clown. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there'd be Yeah, it's a movie, and it's a stupid movie. So why think about it too much?
I mean, like that's the same thing with the shadow puppet. Like when that happened, I was like, what are the rules of these aliens? But I was like, man, I guess it doesn't fucking matter. We're just having a good time. I mean, I don't remember exactly what happens next, but it doesn't matter because the best part is when the clowns pull up to the boardwalk in the clown car, and like 6 of them get out, and that security guard is just like, "What?
What are you gonna do with that? For those pies, boy?" And they're gonna melt them.
Yeah, they got acid pies.
There's a part where Mike and David split up. Like Mike sees the Torino brothers in an ice cream truck. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna go with the Torino brothers. Those aren't crazy clowns. We're gonna warn the city."
Yeah.
And so, like, when David goes back to the police station, Mike's rolling around with the Torino brothers,
and they're just yelling shit and
yelling nonsense about
clowns,
run.
But this is where they see the vacuum truck.
Yeah,
with the clowns on parade.
And then they try to go get Debbie. And she's been captured by a clown.
Oh, they put her in a balloon. That's right.
After the popcorn things hatch, and then they chase it. They chase the balloon car, the balloon clown car. David sees them in his police car.
Oh, he chases after them.
Chases after them.
Crashes into him.
And then like the Torino brothers like, "Oh, it's the cops! You gotta stop!
You gotta pull over."
You think Mike would be like, "Who gives a fucking shit?"
You think they would be like,
yeah, but they're fucking morons. Well, you're not the one that told me to stop. I told you to stop.
No, I told you to pull over.
No, you told me to stop.
You didn't. You told him to stop.
Again, with the same fucking gag.
Yeah, no, these guys suck. I would not pay to see them. And the Los Angeles comedy scene hasn't gotten any better.
Ouch.
As far as I know. Oh, Joe Rogan is there.
Comedy store.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Joe Rogan and his friends hang out there. Seems like a real cool happening place for upcoming comedy, right?
I think Ray Romano goes there. I like Ray Romano. You know, I got a bone to pick with someone we know because about 10 years ago we knew someone that said repeatedly that I sounded like Ray Romano, and now that I have a podcast and I listen to it, I don't sound that much like Ray Romano.
No, not at all. Who told you that?
You know her. I'll tell you afterwards. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to put names.
Oh wait, I think I do know.
Yeah.
That's weird though. Yeah, because
Ray Romano. Oh, you know, I'm a tell joke. Yeah. I'm in the Ice Age. I'm a mammoth.
Yeah, that is Ray Romano. You're right. Yeah. Remember when that person on the internet had a tramp stamp that was like, "I'm gonna get you,
I'm gonna kill you, Ray Romano."
That's pretty good internet memes. Old school. Yeah, so they got the acid pies. They melt the security guard. The Terenzi brothers are like, "Wow, look at this," and they look like they're about to eat it. Because, like, oh, it looks like melted ice cream. But it's melted security guard.
Yeah. Oof.
Yuck.
Hopefully they didn't lick it. I was watching real careful to see if they did. Well, then they were like, "Oh, it's not just ice cream," because there's a skeleton hanging around.
Yeah, he's got bones coming out. When they enter this funhouse, that's not part of the ship, right? It's like the funhouse leads into the actual ship.
Yeah, so the actual funhouse leads into the ship.
So they did, like, a little, like, sort of Roman Legion type construction.
Yeah, exactly.
So that they could connect to the funhouse at some point. For some reason, I don't know. They're like, well, we need to really class up the joint. The clowns did that is. So they're slinking around the laser tag arena. Well, yeah, I mean, even the funhouse is kind of laser taggy. It's all black light and cardboard, foam rubber. It looks cool. It's great. Except for when they first enter, they go left to right in the background. Yeah,
then they go right to
right
left.
to left in the middle.
And then left to right again.
Yeah, and it's all just like one set. It's like, what are they doing? Or does the funhouse lead them around in like a pathway through the same room or what? Because I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, that set bothered me.
Yeah, it's just got like cardboard cutout monsters.
And then they immediately do like one of those gags where don't get separated. We all need to stay together. I don't want to look for you. And then I want to call them Terenzi brothers, but that's not right. Terenzi. I was right this time. They fall through into a ball pit.
Yeah, a ball pit that's like a jacuzzi.
Yeah, and
you hear the bubbly stuff.
And there's like a lady.
There's two lady clowns, and one of them's breasts inflate.
That's how you know that she's excited.
Yeah, like a real woman. Or a human woman, right?
Kyle, biologically, when women are excited, if they have not had a given childbirth yet, I believe their breasts do slightly engorge.
Oh, really? Like that? Like balloons?
Like blood pressure? No, that's not that, obviously.
Oh, damn. I don't know. It sounds like Bad Woman's Anatomy to me.
I don't make up an anime.
Anatomy. Anatomy. Yeah. And they're like, oh, "Are you guys Debbie's roommates?"
Which makes no fucking sense.
Well, he told
that's a joke, right?
I mean, he told them earlier like,
that
oh,
had big,
roommates, they got big boobs, but I don't know why it would come back at this point.
The other thing too is why is this the only time we see lady clowns?
I mean, they gotta breed somehow.
But they don't need to have like a male and female necessarily, and they don't need to have male and female that look like mammalians, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
They could be reproduced asexually and like bud, like sea sponges,
or
some shit.
Could some of the clowns we've seen already could be female clowns. We don't know what their male and female looks like. Or they could have.
I like to think the tall ones are female and the short ones are male.
Like spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Like spider, I guess.
Or hyenas
most
too.
Insects, right?
Are hyenas the females larger than the males? I don't know.
No, they have a matriarchal society, but I think like most mammals, the male's still bigger.
Oh.
It's just she's meaner. Like, I'll tell you what to do, you pussy. Hyenas are cool, man. I went to the Out of Africa Zoo. You know, the one that's just like animals out in the mountains.
Yeah.
Their hyenas, they had fucking buff. Like their front ends. They're just like, what's up?
It looks like Willie.
Mm-hmm. They got buff.
This reminds me, since we put grass in, she like doesn't like to pee on it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been doing her business in the rocks.
Oh, nice.
And she apparently does not like to put her bottom feet on the rock. She'll like literally do a front handstand while she goes pee.
Like this. Good thing I'm strong. Yeah, that sounds like your weird dog. If you were an old man living out in your cabin with Lily and the tent came down and they snatched Lily and that, you probably, what would you do?
I get real upset and sad. It's like that's the only thing I have. The only person I have left is that fucking dog.
This is it, Clowns. I mean, he even had a shovel. Why didn't he mess some of them up?
I know. I would have hit the tent with a shovel real hard.
Yeah. He punches it at one point and then like breaks his hand off because it's secretly a spaceship. Yeah, so the Trenzy brothers are just gonna have sex with the
like, this whole sequence is like some real Scooby-Doo shit.
It's like cute, but it's also just kind of like
Yeah,
like
it's like said, not good Scooby-Doo shit.
Trenzy brothers don't need to be in the movie at all, so it's like whatever. Yeah, and then so now it's Dave and Mike still slinking around the ship. They find Debbie in her balloon.
Well, they see the cocoon thing first, and they can't find her. And then like a little fat clown comes up and pulls out a crazy straw.
Yeah,
and he starts feeling like cotton candy. He's like, "Ooh, this one."
Yeah.
And then David, I'm like, "Oh God, they're stealing our vital fluids."
They're drinking our blood like spiders, like spiders. Yeah, so they are clown spiders. Pennywise turns into a spider because it's the only way for humans to understand the nature of his true evil. So, oh my God, they just Stephen King, you hack.
I was gonna make a Dr. Strangelove reference.
Oh, that's pretty good too. Go for it.
Too late. I like to think that general in Dr. Strangelove, he had like some secret knowledge about the clowns, and he's like, "Oh, the Russians are actually space clowns,
killer clowns from
here
outside
for our
space.
Fluids."
What was it? The Angry Beavers, the crawling spleen.
Oh yeah.
This movie's kind of harking back to those weird 50s and 60s movies too. Like, it came from beyond this island Earth, but it's killer clowns. And they do a lot of fun gags with them. A+.
5 stars.
Yeah, so I mean, they get Debbie. Then all the clowns show up with like bats and shit, like a lot of them. And like, fuck this, we're just gonna beat you guys to death.
But then the Terenzi brothers.
Yeah, they save the day. They crash in with the ice cream truck, and they got kisses everywhere.
Yeah,
because they had sex with those clowns.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And they're like, "We are the great JoJo. We command you."
Yeah, I like. Another thing, like, we need to learn about these clowns' religions because it's like JoJo's a Christ figure to them.
Well, no,
like, what?
The ice cream truck is JoJo's ice cream. So, like, are they just using that because it's their ice cream truck's name, or is it actually clown lore? Like, this whole fucking thing, it was making sense.
That's what I mean. We need sequels. We need to know more about this because
the sequel should take place in the clown's home world, and it should be Attack of the Humans.
Well, we know they'll make like a Last Temptation of Christ, but with clowns. That way we can learn more about JoJo. I
have an idea for a short story or a short movie we should put on YouTube, Kyle.
Yeah, just for a second, they're for real like, oh shit, it's JoJo, no way.
Passion of the Clowns.
Like they do a lot of close-ups of the clowns where they're like jaws are agape. Like, But they don't speak English though, so they don't know. But then they also do the same thing seconds later where they're like, because giant clowns come in Clownzilla, which is what they call them on set. Clownzilla. They all run away because I guess he probably eats clowns too. Like, they seem kind of scared of him. Like, he's the boss.
He's like kind of a bully clown, it seems like. He's like a rabid clown.
So they're like, fuck this. And descending from the ceiling on strings, Clownzilla.
And he's going to beat the shit out of JoJo.
He's really cool. I like Clownzilla. Like, I like that they just made, like, 1/8 miniatures of stuff. And, like, it's just one of the Chiodo brothers in a suit, like, beating up.
Like a real Godzilla movie?
Yeah. Like beating up a miniature ice cream truck. Which explodes, and presumably turns the brothers are dead.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I like Mikey and David and Debbie all get out and like, we can't leave, it's rented.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So call back to the reality of the film. Yeah, we rented this shit. Don't mess it up. But they get blown up, and you're like, man, good riddance. Mike escapes with Debbie while David holds off the giant clown. And the clown picks him up and holds him for a really long time. I mean, it's a movie. It's a dumb movie. Well, nothing against this movie for doing it, since this is like started in King Kong or wherever. It's been around forever.
Yeah. But
I hate in movies a lot of time where it's like a giant monster thing that could easily just like squish humans, and they do this like long delayed give humans a chance.
King Kong had a legitimate reason for like the holding
clown,
the female woman that long.
The clown should just be like, fuck off.
Yeah. Just fuck off, ghost.
Piss off, ghost. Yeah, so I just like that. It's obviously Lord of the Rings, like Aragorn's got to defeat the troll or whatever, but like sometimes I think it would be cool
if everyone gets squished by a troll.
Where fucking there's no way you can defeat this thing. Just like fuck and slaps them away. Like Dark Souls. Like, sometimes you just run into a monster the first time you're playing Dark Souls, and it just straight up kills you because it's so big and powerful.
I never played Dark Souls.
That shit happens. Sometimes when things are bigger than you, it kill you good. Like gorillas.
I bet I could take a gorilla.
Nah, they're base boosted. Gorillas are just base boosted humans. Yeah, but he takes his back.
My penis is bigger.
Yeah, that's true. They have like the proportionally the smallest penis for as big as they are, right, out of primates.
We have the largest penis of the primate family.
Nice. Take that, other apes. Middle fingers in the air, like you don't even care.
You don't even know what I'm doing this for.
They'll like rip your testicles off though.
That's a Dave Chappelle joke, right?
Yeah. Well,
you're trying to rip a joke off, throwing a big tall grass, never seen again.
Yeah. Well, chimpanzees specifically target, like in other chimps, they'll like target your hands and like your genital.
That's how I fight.
Yeah, and like that's what they'll
eyes, throat, genitals.
Like shit, man, you guys are jerks. Yeah, but he takes his badge off and stabs the clown in the nose.
Which is how you do it. They're like little balloons.
Yeah, but this clown's so big, when he blows up the whole ship.
Yeah, and somehow David survives, though.
So him and his Frenzy brothers somehow get in the clown car and survive, but the explosion is immediate.
Yeah.
So they had no time to get in the clown car. And here's the facts. Originally, they were all going to die, but the producers were like, no, we want a happier ending, so they threw in the clown car shit.
So dumb.
They should just had all the fools die.
I thought you were dead. And we hid in the ice cream truck, which fucking Spielberg stole this idea.
Oh, and
Indiana Jones
and the refrigerator. The frigidator. Shit, man, open the frigidator. Give me a 40 ounce.
And then we get the menage a trois.
So, yeah, this is weird. So, Debbie runs up and she's like, wow, David, you're alive. And they all hug and embrace.
David hugs Mike hugs David.
But then David's like, got his face buried in Debbie's hair.
Like holding her shoulders, like smelling her hair real nice.
And Mike's just kind of standing there and it's like, we're all gonna bang, I guess. I mean, I think Mike seems like he's just kind of like, go with the flow. So I can see that working, but I don't know. David seems like an uptight cop, so he might just kill Mike. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that. That's why they probably should have just killed those guys, and then Mike and Debbie can.
It does make the ending a little weird, I guess, but I don't know. The whole movie's a little weird.
I mean, you don't need to analyze it that much. It's just a lot of fun. The best, everything cool about this movie is just the effects and the gags and the set design and weird shit. Just the best of the 80s. Like, this movie... Well, apparently Sci-Fi bought the rights, so we might see, like, a TV sequel or a low-budget sequel, which should be fun. But this movie came out in theaters. Could you imagine a movie like this coming out in theaters today's day and age? Like, Snakes on a Plane came out in, what, 2005 or 6?
Is that right? No, it was after that, wasn't it?
No, because I was only, like, 19 or 20.
Yeah, I think it was, like, 2005, 2006. You're right.
And that was, like, the last time we got, like, a purposefully, like, cheesy movie.
Yeah.
That wasn't just one of the Sci-Fi originals, which are, like, trying way too hard to, like, be like, hey, get it? Like, there's no genuine passion in it at all.
Yeah.
I think Snakes on a Plane had that problem a little bit, too, though. But that, specifically, that's the last time we had just, like, a bad movie in theaters, really. That wasn't accidentally just incompetently bad. Because Blumhouse releases a lot of incompetent horror movies that are bad.
But they're not intentionally bad.
No, it's not like harkening back to... It's not paying homage to anything or referencing anything. It's just like, no, this is a bad script.
We didn't know how to make a movie.
Yeah, this is a bad script, and it only cost us $2 million to make it. So we'll release it around Halloween and make a bunch of money. Yeah, so I don't think there ever will be a Killer Klowns from Outer Space 2 unless Sci-Fi makes like a TV movie or a TV series, which one of the Chiodo brothers said he'd be willing to do the TV series, which, I mean, honestly...
I don't know how you do that.
It's what it needs. There's so much lore left unexplored. Like, what are these clowns all about?
I can't imagine this movie gets better when you explore the lore, but...
in my opinion, nothing does. That's why, like, there doesn't need to be all these long-form drama TV shows, because it's like I said, it's a treadmill, and they're just, like, throwing new shit on there when, like, it gets picked up for another season, because they, like, I don't know, we wrote one episode, and then nothing else, so let's just see what happens. And would be the same thing if they made a Killer Klowns TV show.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you wrote the one movie, and it was fun, and nothing made sense, and now you're going to go back and probably try to explain it, and there's going to be some B-plot about, like, Debbie raising her troubled son as a single mother. Some dumb shit.
Because Mike and David both left her and ran off to start, like, a emu farm or some shit.
There's going to be, like, family drama and shit in it, too. It's like, fucking, what? No? Why would I want to watch that?
I really want to watch the sequel where Debbie is raising... a family on her own, like two sons, one from Mike, one from David. But Mike and David have run off to go live life by themselves.
Yeah. Nice. They're the ladies' neighbors in They Live. Remember the two dudes? New Albano.
Yeah.
That's them. Yeah, that's Killer Klowns from Outer Space. I particularly love this movie. I like the Chiodo brothers. They're interesting figures in cult film. There's also a post-hardcore screamo band called Chiodos that's named after them that is not very good.
Court likes them, but...
Oh, yeah, Courtney, like, was into, like, that kind of scene a little bit. A lot of bands that Courtney likes, I do like, too, like Alkaline Trio and stuff like that.
I like Alkaline Trio, but that's about where it stops.
Well, Blink-182 had some good songs.
Blink-182 is not in that same vein, though.
Well, there's definitely, like, the early to mid 2000s where everything, like, Blink-182 is more just regular pop punk, but the popularity of Blink-182 did allow the existence of, like, Chiodos and
yeah, I guess that's fair.
From first to last.
But I mean, like,
whatever,
the Blink-182 albums, like Dude Ranch, Enema of the State, Cheshire Cat, Buddha.
Yeah, I don't think we really listened to any of them after Enema of the State.
Yeah, we didn't. Those are the ones that sound more punky or more pop punky, and the other little ones sound, I don't know, like the later they go,
they just get more pop.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily become bad, but they just aren't really punk anymore. Which, I mean, that happens, we can't all be Rancid, the best punk band of all time.
I'm pretty sure the answer to that is The Clash, and I'll fight anybody who says differently.
The Clash only made, like, 2 punk albums, though.
Yeah? Which point?
Then all their best albums were in punk.
The Clash is the only band that matters.
Yeah. I don't know. I just really like Rancid. They're, like, from the Bay Area. They're punks, but they're thugs. They got cool ska. Sometimes Skinhead Rob's on their songs, and he's just yelling rap. That's me sound like Skinhead Rob. That reminds me, I had like a sort of like flashback to my adolescence recently on YouTube, because YouTube recommendations. I've been listening to a lot of punk lately, which I told you about, like Crust and Anarcho Punk. This French skinhead band came up randomly on YouTube, and I was like, all right, I remember how this goes. It's a street punk oi band and they're skinheads. So now I have to do extra research to see what type of skinhead they are and see if it's okay for me to listen to this song. And it's always hard to tell. So they're a French skinhead band and they are like left-wing sharp skinheads, you know, like the old school Spirit of 77 skinheads. But even those guys have names. Like the name of this band is like Lion's Law or Lion's Pride or something like that, which is still like, oh, macho skinhead stuff. So you can't even tell by their names a lot of the time. They all dress the same. And
it's probably better just not to listen to any skinhead bands. It's just easier.
Yeah. But it just reminded me of being like a kid and like, all right, because I really like street punk and oi. It was like my favorite subgenre of punk when I was in high school.
You got to make sure you're not listening to the racist ones.
It's not like you'd find like a cool street punk or oi band, and especially oi bands a lot of times were like racist skinheads, but then you'd find skinhead bands like Swinging Utters that were far left, like anti-fascist skins. It's like, well, how do you ever know? They look the same. They have like similar names for their bands. They're all yelling and acting tough. But yeah, I don't want to listen to someone talk about how great Ronald Reagan is and like gas the Jews. Luckily, though, a lot of the far-right skinhead bands now don't really play street punk or oi. They just do like a weird metal punk hybrid that sounds terrible. So usually you're like, garbage. You release garbage, music's garbage.
Everything about you's garbage.
It's garbage. You also like don't even dress cool anymore.
You're just garbage people.
You're just garbage. You skinheads, you fucking suck. But yeah, so that's this has been Skinhead Talk.
This has been Attack of the Clowns, the Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Space Force.
We're watching Punisher or Howard the Duck next?
Watching Punisher next. It should be pretty good.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph
Lundgren.
We got a website.
McVentureProduction.com.
It's got a Patreon on it.
You can follow us on Twitch /McVentureProduction.com.
Yep.
YouTube, McVenture Productions.
All that shit. It's on the website.
Yeah, my Twitter is @Sean McDonald.
Mine is @KyleMaine. Like the historical figure, not Charlemagne the God from Hot 97.
Although Charlemagne is the historical figure.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's Charlemagne and there's Charlemagne the God. Yeah, but 2 Y's. KYYLEMAGNE.
And,
yeah.
Give us money.
Yeah, give us money. Sean told me I had to get a Twitter. So I'm going to do a lot of shit posting and hopefully get money from it. You can make money off Twitter, right?
Yeah, you gotta get a lot of followers, and then you gotta start advertising shit, but not tell people you're actually advertising shit.
Oh, I love tummy tea. It makes my tummy flat.
Snapple's the best.
Awesome. That's viral marketing. Right?
Hell yeah, it is.
Hell yeah.
That's that influencer marketing.
I'm an influencer.
I got that influence. That reminds me, Matt Oswalt, who's Patton Oswalt's brother.
Oh yeah.
He posted on Twitter. He's like, if anybody's wondering why I'm in a bathtub filled with cookie dough, it's because the publishing house that rejected me for a book just signed a YouTube influencer to write a book. And that's how I feel like I'm going to make it. Like, all this stuff is what I want to do, and but the influence is what's going to actually make me money.
That's the way it seems to work. Like, a lot of the... I don't know. There's... Be a weirdo on the internet, and people will listen to your podcasts.
Are we weird enough, or do we need to get weirder?
I don't know if anyone's weirder than me, so...
I've met some people.
Well, I mean, I'm like fun or I'm weird in like a fun way.
That's what everybody says.
That are like shitty that are weird, like the Logan Pauls and stuff.
Oh God, is that weird? Just being an asshole.
Yeah, I guess that's the difference. They're just assholes. I just like, I don't know. Girls can pee on me. I don't know.
Classic Bay Area weirdo shit. That's what I like.
Yeah, like Mr. Wrenchmuller. That's not his name in this movie. He's a Bay Area weirdo. He lives up in the hills. Like Rancid. Space Force.
Space Force.
I don't know. We rambled at the end. We rambled through the whole thing. This is what the podcast is all about. We're Ramble Force. Talk to you later.